Hey, this is Kaufman is Alive. I look at comic books new and old, but today we're going into the future as we're looking at the Marvel previews for October 2024. Now, you can pick these up at your local comic book shop. They put out these free preview books, and they're pretty extensive. They've got lots of artwork in them from future covers and interiors. So, I highly recommend picking these up if you see them. And like I said, they're free. Usually, most places, probably with a purchase. So, they got Venom War front and center here. Al Ewing is the writer. Iban Coelho is going to be the artist. Who is the final host, it says. I think it's pretty cool they've thrown Peter into the mix here, Spider-Man. So it's going to be Dylan, Eddie, maybe Peter, perhaps somebody else. Mark Spector, he's back. Got Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu #1. Pretty cool cover there. And of course, they've always got these Disney variant covers. This is the Uncanny X-Men variant cover here, which Black Widow, Captain America, and Wolverine, and their Disney variants. But of course, this is the cover for Amazing Spider-Man #59. For some reason, never understood why they do that. They seem to keep it to just Amazing Spider-Man though, so at least there's that consistency. We got Storm #1 getting her own series here. I assume this is an ongoing title. And it's $4.99, 40 pages. Muwa Ayodele is the writer, and Lucas Warnick is the artist. Some nice covers here, for sure. Kind of looking forward to seeing what they're going to be doing with this series. Storm no longer on the X-Men. Apparently she's joining the Avengers, so they seem to be moving her away from the X-Men, trying to give her her own bit of agency and just make her a really powerful figurehead of the Marvel Universe, it seems like. I'm all for it. I've always really liked Storm. Thought she's one of my favorite X-Men. We got Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu #1, Jed MacKay, Alessandra Cappuccio here. They've just been killing it on Moon Knight for the past couple of years. There's some pretty nice looking variant cover artists here. Scotty Young, Stephen Platt, and to be announced. So this is a $4.99 book. It's 32 pages. So here's some interior art from Moon Knight. We got the new Iron Man #1, resetting Iron Man again. I like this drawing a lot though. Kind of reminds me of like Jim Lee or Will Portacio's Iron Man a little bit. Not so much in the style of the drawing, but kind of the armor. Spencer Ackerman is the writer. Julius Ota is the artist. And here's some sketch pages from the art, the armor designs. This kind of reminds me of sort of what they're doing with the Absolute Power, with kind of the bigger, suits for like Batman, for instance. But this looks like a anime style, like mech. So a new brutal era begins. It says 40 pages, $4.99. Then we got Venom #38. Torun Grønbekk and Cafu is the team on this. Old Man Venom's time quest continues. It says it's 32 pages, $3.99. So it's just continuing the story of Dylan Brock and Eddie Brock as this Venom War kicks off. Venom War #3 of 5 as well. A 3-way war for the symbiote, it says. So next big giant crossover. We just got done with Blood Hunt. Now we got Venom War, although it doesn't seem like too many people are crossing over necessarily, although there are a bunch of side series with the Venom War. As we see, there's Zombiots, Venomous, Fantastic Four, Venom War, Deadpool, Venom War, Lethal Protectors, Venom War Wolverine. This is by Tim Seeley and Tony Fleecs, who are the writers on Local Man. They're the team on Local Man, I should say. And so I'm really kind of looking forward to seeing what they're doing with this series here. I'm already a huge fan of Wolverine, and if there's any side series of the Venom War that I'm going to pick up, it's definitely going to be that one. There's Carnage, 3 of 3, Carnage vs. Meritus. So if you've been following the Venom series, this looks like it might be kind of a big issue. Tying up some loose ends, perhaps. Venom War, Spider-Man number 3 of 4. These are all $3.99. Blade Red Band number 1 of 5. A New Dawn for the Daywalker, it says. $4.99, 32 pages, explicit content. As you can see, we're going to have some head slicing, a lot of blood. As far as I can tell, they're not releasing this in like a regular issue and also having a red band. It seems like it's just the red band edition. So if Marvel wants to do red band editions that are just standalone comics that don't have another variant on the interiors that aren't red band, I'm all for it. I just don't like them changing the interiors and making you pay double plus an extra $1 to get just some extra panels that are, you know, supposedly more violent or explicit. Not a fan of that practice, but like I said, if they want to do just red band, like, you know, editions of comics, kind of how DC has the Dark Label, that's fine with me. I think that's cool. So we got a Mystique series, a Sentinels series here, which is kind of neat. This kind of looks like, I mentioned Whilce Portacio earlier, but this kind of reminds me of that style with just lots of rendering here in the skull of this Sentinel and all the damage. And kind of the way this artist, Justin Mason, too, is drawing these characters. Sort of reminds me of Wetworks. But it says, who are the new Sentinels? Hey, if we move on from this tired old Sentinel, honestly, I know a lot of people love those old Sentinels, but they've been used to death. Especially like in X-Men 97. That would be probably the only critique I would have of that cartoon was just, I'm kind of sick of Sentinels at this point. So kind of interested to see what they're going to do here. Wolverine number 2. This is the main Wolverine, the new ongoing title. And looks like he's fighting Wendigo. So it's Saladin Ahmad and Martin Coccolo here. I'll probably be buying that series. Exceptional X-Men number 2. This is the Eve Ewing and Carmen Carnero X-Men series. Dazzler 2 of 4. We got X-Men number 5, X-Men number 6. These are all $4.99. Get some Jed MacKay covers here. I like this one a lot. Real trippy. Netho Diaz takes over for a few issues here. Number 6 and number 7, I think. And don't sleep on Netho Diaz. He's a real good artist. So I'd still check these out, even though Stegman's not going to be on him. X-Force number 4. We got NYX number 4. These are $3.99 as well, yeah. And Phoenix is $3.99 number 4. I wonder what they're going to be doing with the artist. Alessandro Miacolo, he, upon this series getting released, kind of immediately got called out for a bunch of swipes, you know, stealing other artists' work and just redrawing it, tracing over it. So, be interesting to see what they do there. Uncanny X-Men number 4. This is the Gail Simone, David Marquez X-Men. This is $4.99, 32 pages. So I think the series that they know the fans are kind of going to want, it feels like they're charging those $4.99 and some of the other ones are $3.99. X Factor number 3 here, Mark Russell, Bob Quinn. It's a Greg Land cover. The Deadpool Team Up, number 3 of 5. This is the Rob Liefeld Deadpool Team Up book, his last Deadpool story he claims that he's ever going to tell. It's $4.99, 32 pages. I'll definitely be checking that out. Then we got the Steve Orlando 2099 universe, as he seems to just be solely writing all the 2099 stuff. We got Lineal Francis Yu on these covers here, and Ibram Robinson, Jose Luis are the interior artists for these books. I was kind of interested in the Annihilation 2099 story that was just coming. It's coming out right now, as of this recording. But when I was flipping through it and saw that it was Dracula and more vampire stuff, I was like, man, between Spawn and Blood Hunt, I am vampired out completely. So I just decided to skip it, even though I'm a big 2099 fan. And wanted to see what it goes. Maybe I'll check it out on the app eventually. But I love these covers. I don't really like the Wolverine variant here on Nova, although he's got a metal and bone claws. That's pretty cool. But the mashups of characters too is another thing I'm just a little bit tired of. We'll see how that series goes though. Crypt of Shadows #1. They always seem to release a new Crypt of Shadows around Halloween time. This is the October previews after all. So we're going to have some Halloween themed stuff. Phases of Moon Knight is another miniseries, Moon Knight miniseries coming out. We got Werewolf by Night Red Band. Again, this seems like the sole comic. There's not another edition. So again, if they want to just do the Red Bands, that's cool with me. Marvel Zombies, Dawn of Decay, #2 of 4. Predator vs. Black Panther, #3 of 4. Ghost Rider. This is the Robbie Reyes special. And it's a one-shot, 32 pages. It's $4.99. Along with the Spirit of Vengeance series, which kind of, as far as I know, it's bringing together all of the Spirits of Vengeance. So it's $3.99, 32 pages. Wolverine Deep Cut, #4 of 4. Another Wolverine miniseries on top of another Wolverine miniseries. And we already saw the Wolverine Venom War series, plus the the Wolverine ongoing title. Lots and lots of Wolverine. He's basically the Batman of the Marvel Universe. There's just tons of Batman comics, as there are now tons of Wolverine comics. Which is pretty funny when you think about it, when, about 8 years ago or so, they wanted to kill off Wolverine, and they said they had no more stories to tell. It seems like they got plenty of stories to tell. And, Deadpool and Wolverine kind of proves that. I think people kind of like him. So this is the Chris Claremont Wolverine series, and this is the Greg Capullo, Jonathan Hickman Wolverine series. We got Amazing Spider-Man #59, and then it wraps up issue 60. It's the final issue of the Zeb Wells, John Romita Jr., and Ed McGuinness was an artist on a lot of these issues as well. I like these covers. Lots of really cool line work here on this glass and the webs. Big fan of John Romita Jr. stuff. And you got to be lying if you aren't. So this is final issues, an oversized special, $7.99, 64 pages. And I think there's also a preview for the upcoming reboot of The Amazing Spider-Man as well. So Spider-Man Reign #2 is the Kari Andrews Spider-Man miniseries. This is #4 of 5. It's $4.99, 32 pages. Really cool drawing of Venom here. Really like that. Looks like we got him cradling perhaps Black Widow or Mary Jane. Not sure. Maybe they blacked out this art so you don't know. I don't even know. Or perhaps that's how he drew it. It's probably how he drew it. Spider-Man Society #3 of 4. This is a $3.99 comics, 32 pages. And we've got Weapon 8 in here. If you didn't read that Weapon 8 comic that came out as part of the Edge of Spider-Verse, I'm going to have to review that because it was actually really cool. Go check that out. Go find that. It's already being overpriced on the market. So, Spectacular Spider-Man #8. It's $3.99, 32 pages. It's the Greg Weisman. Corey Smith is the artist here. Humberto Ramos is on the cover. It's a pretty cool cover. Miles Morales Spider-Man #25. Got to team up with Black Panther here. It's $4.99, 32 pages. Chasm, we got Spider-Man miniseries, Black Suit and Blood. I'm not a big fan of the black and red or, whatever they got going on for those types of comics, really. Sometimes there's some pretty cool covers in it, though. We've got Spider-Gwen, this Ghost Spider, number 6. This is a Stephanie Phillips is the writer here. Paolo Villanelli is the artist. This is a Mark Brooks cover. It's a $3.99 book. Spider-Boy, number 12. We see the all-new Spider-Girl here. 32 pages, $4.99. Gotta have a Spider-Girl if you're gonna have a Spider-Boy, I suppose. Ultimate Black Panther, number 9. The Ultimate Sorcerer Supreme. 32 pages, $4.99. I like how they're using a lot of the kind of darker, mystical characters in this Black Panther book, like Moon Knight and Doctor Strange, for instance. Storm's been in there as well. So Ultimate Spider-Man, number 10. These are all $4.99. All the Ultimate books are $4.99. We've got I like this cover here. It kind of reminds me of the Alex Ross Marvels cover with the of course it's got Green Goblin's face, but this is an action shot, but that's what it reminds me of. Pretty cool concept cover here. Marco Cicchetto's on the cover. David Messina is the artist. I think he's a fill-in artist for a few issues here. Cicchetto's the main artist on this series. And it looks like we might be having some conflict here between Goblin and Spider-Man finally. So far they've been friendly, so. Then we get the Ultimate X-Men number 8, the Peach Momoko X-Men series. Looks like they finally are bringing this team together. Who are the children of the Atom? What are mutants? Where do they come from? And how has the Maker's Council been keeping them under control? Yeah, so that's what I thought. Ultimates number 5. We've got the Ultimate Hawkeye here, which is nice. Looks like he's he looks like he's Native American, perhaps. This is again 32 pages, $4.99. Let me get into some of the facsimiles they released. That a lot of times these books, from what I've heard, sell a lot better than the new comics. So, Avengers Assemble, Avengers 19. Not reading a lot of Avengers stuff these days, which was kind of the reason I wasn't really all in on the Blood Hunt. Was just more of an X-Men guy myself. Got Ultraman Avengers crossover number 3 of 4. That's $4.99. Namor number 4 of 8. Jason Aaron is the writer here. This is 40 pages and it's $4.99. Captain America. Torrin Clark's cover here. I like this cover a lot. Number 14, Captain America. It's $4.99. The New Warriors 3, it says. This is J. Michael Straczynski. He's been Captain America series he's been writing. Really bizarre Fantastic Four cover here by Joshua Cassara. Number 26, it's $4.99, 40 pages. We get the Daredevil comics here, Woman Without Fear, and the main Daredevil series. Woman Without Fear is $3.99, and Daredevil main series is $4.99. Both 32 pages. We got the Hulk here. This is the Philip Kennedy Johnson and Nick Klein Hulk series. Man, I miss that Donny Cates, Ryan Otley Hulk. Immortal Thor. We got the Alex Ross series of covers on this series. It's $4.99. Al Ewing is the writer here. Deadpool number 7, as it appears they're killing Deadpool off.